Everyone felt the same way I did when I arrived. Everyone was nervous and no one really knew anyone. That it's all just about putting yourself out there.
You get a gut feeling sometimes. You're like, I've got to go here. And even though it was 6 hours away from my hometown, I was like, I've just got to go for it.
Anglia Ruskin University, my goodness me, what a year you've had.
You will meet so many people that will help you when you apply for future things after you graduate, and there's always something to do and people to meet that will benefit you in the future.
We all get involved in new things. There are lots of things going on every single day, and I'm always involved in something.
Meeting students here was the first inspiration I got.
It's amazing because I feel like I'm at home.
And the winner is Chris Cook.
I generally couldn't achieve what I have achieved without my degree, so thank you to Anglia Ruskin University for helping me with that. This award just says that you're on the right path, not only for my own career, but for inspiring future generations to do what I do. If I could give one piece of advice for future graduates, go all in, commit to it, go full in on it, get that dream.
Winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award, Professor Amari Gesta.
And I should really thank Anglia Ruskin University for starting me off in my life journey.
We are so proud of you, all that you have achieved throughout your journey at ARU.
Good morning, everyone. Please do take a seat. On behalf of the Academic Registrar, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you to Chelmsford Cathedral for today's ARU graduation ceremony. We are all gathered here to celebrate your success, the class of 2020. Well, what a year it has been. I am sure, like many others, that you had your doubts over the last 18 months as to whether you would ever get to a graduation ceremony and have the chance to celebrate your success. However, we have got here at last, and very well done to you all for simply completing your studies under such unprecedented circumstances. Graduation ceremonies follow a tradition that dates back to the 15th century, and it is a tradition which has evolved since. Roughly translated, graduation means taking a step, and graduation symbolises the move of the former student, now called a graduand, into a new role in society as a graduate, where they will use their skills and talents developed during their studies to contribute to the future advancement of society. As each graduand crosses the stage, they will pause and bow to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, who will respond in kind to acknowledge their success and, moreover, to symbolise their transition to their new role as graduate. We will applaud them for their success so far, but also in anticipation of the contribution we expect them to make to society in the future. At the conclusion of the ceremony, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor will formally admit all new graduates into the community of scholars. And as new members of that community, as the academic procession leaves the stage, the new graduates will join the procession, and that will bring the ceremony to a close. During proceedings, those graduating with higher research degree awards will have their hood placed on them by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to indicate that they have attained the very highest levels of academic achievement. So it is now time to begin our formal proceedings. I hereby declare the ceremony to be in session, and I call upon Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Yvonne Barnett, to address you. Deputy Vice-Chancellor.
Distinguished guests, graduands, family and friends, and colleagues. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, I am personally delighted to join you today at your graduation ceremony. Firstly, to all of those graduating today, my sincere congratulations on reaching this milestone and graduating from your chosen course. Today is a day of great celebration. It is an opportunity for each of you to take stock, reflect, and celebrate your achievements to date, but also to look forward to the exciting careers that stretch out in front of you. And whatever career you enter, you are the future. You now have the opportunity and the responsibility to embrace and promote change, to implement new ideas and new ways of working. The passion, energy, and commitment that led you to undertake your ARU degree and gave you the strength and resilience to succeed in that task, despite all the challenges you have faced, including those posed by this dreadful pandemic, can now be applied to building your careers and realising your aspirations. Whether your future lies in education, health, social care, business, law, science, technology, or the arts, with your passion and your expertise, you really can now make a difference, helping society address the challenges that we all face, nationally and globally. And we will have succeeded in our task if we have helped you to develop the skills, confidence, and determination to influence and lead your professions, to promote change, and to achieve your ambitions. As well as serving our students, we at ARU are fully committed to serving our region and the communities in which we are based. Economic development, social inclusion, business support, tackling health inequalities, these are all fundamentally important elements of our mission. Transforming lives through innovative, inclusive, and entrepreneurial education and research. In 2020, we were announced as the chosen higher education partner for the establishment of a new university at Peterborough, due to open in 2022, ARU Peterborough. This exciting initiative will provide both life-changing opportunities for many local people who may not have previously considered going to university, and also delivering a skilled local workforce that meets employers' needs. We were also delighted to train new officers for the Metropolitan Police Service, as well as all 7 forces across the Eastern region, as part of a national overhaul of police officer training that year. And our students won innumerable prizes, including the Student Social Worker of the Year, Student Nurse of the Year, the V&A Illustrator of the Year, and the World Illustration Award. But our reach extends well beyond the Eastern region in which we are physically based. We are genuinely a global community of students and of researchers. We attract students from 185 countries around the world, and they flourish with us because they find a second home with us. Our researchers, too, have worldwide reach and impact. Research that has real, tangible impact on people's lives was given a new urgency in the pandemic, and our researchers responded rapidly to the COVID-19 outbreak by committing to research that would help us understand and develop interventions to address the massive impact the pandemic was having on all our communities, locally, nationally, and internationally. Their work included research into ways to speed up coronavirus testing, a public health study on the impact of self-isolation, and an investigation into innovative drug combinations that can reduce complications in COVID-19 patients. So in our research, as in our education, we are having real, tangible impacts in people's lives, and that's something of which we can all be proud. But above all, we define our success as a university by the positive impact we have on the lives of our students and the communities we serve. And for us all to succeed, we will need your support as our newest alumni, because the support we receive from our alumni and our friends really does matter, adding value to the education we provide our students and supporting our researchers to continue to push boundaries. So please help us build links with your networks and your professions and spread the word about your university. Before I close, I would like to pay special tribute to your family and your friends who have provided you with their constant support throughout your education. You and we owe them a sincere gratitude. I would also like to acknowledge and thank my colleagues, the staff right across ARU, for their tireless work and professionalism, and their extraordinary commitment to supporting you all in our community through the challenges of the pandemic. So once again, my warmest congratulations to you all. I do hope you enjoy your day. I wish you well wherever your ARU degree takes you, and please do stay in touch. ARU is your university for life, and our success and your success is inextricably bound. Thank you.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, thank you. We now come to our main business for today's ceremony, the presentation to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of those receiving awards today. And I now call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Professor Nigel Harrison, to come to the podium to present to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor graduands from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Acute Care, Irene Mukari. For the award of Master of Science, Advanced Nursing Practice, Angela Cowell. Claire Jennifer Muldoon. Amma Anjimang Osiwinki. Susan Parrott. Sandra Caroline Pearson. Gigi Phillip. Alison Ruth Stevens. Bolanli Abbasid Salamot Thomas. Gladys Wawiru. Claire Louise Webber. For the award of Master of Science, Advanced Practice, Clinical, Yasmin Asher Gibson. Demi Lee Gillingham. Laura Ann Hembling. Diana Joseph. Jasmine Joseph. Shupe Mafika. For the award of Master of Science, Clinical Nursing, Dennis Boskert. Pamela Jean Caldera. For the award of Master of Arts, Early Childhood Education, Chloe Jane Gammon. Lisa Perry. Shannon Stevely. For the award of Master of Arts, Education, Natalie Diane Chambers. Jane Gillingworth. Amber Louise Cody. Jade Denny. Stephanie Fraser. Christina Louise Harbour. Victoria Kitchen. Clement Naarko. Julia Proft. Emily Laura Valentine Rice. Nina Louise Standen. For the award of Master of Arts, Higher Education, Yasmin Diza Torres Braithwaite. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that partially completes the list of graduates for me to present to you today.
Professor Nigel Harrison, thank you. We have many distinguished academics at ARU, and I would like to ask one of them, Maria Fitzgerald, to come to the podium to offer a few words.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, graduands and colleagues. I'm very honoured and privileged to be able to deliver the academic address on behalf of my colleagues sitting behind me and those across the various ARU campuses who are not able to be here today, but who have all played a part in your time as a student at ARU. We are here to celebrate you today. Celebrate you and your achievements, but also to celebrate and thank those who have supported you through your studies, your family and your friends. To prepare myself for today, I did the usual thing. I hit Google for advice on public speaking. One article I found from Chris Anderson, the head of TED, suggested I should be myself and open up about my vulnerabilities and mistakes. That's an interesting one, but the next ceremony is due to start at 3 o'clock, so I'd probably better not start that. However, he also said, it's not about me, but the focus should be on the subject, and that subject is you. You are an extraordinary group of people. You're extraordinary, firstly, because of your choice to devote your working lives to the service of others, through your work in the health and social care professions and in education. Secondly, for many of you, there will be the constant balancing act between your studies, your home and family life, and your work life. Now, all of this is pretty standard, though not necessarily easy, but you are the class of 2020. You completed your training under the most extraordinary circumstances due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Suddenly having to move to learning remotely, often alone, in the middle of lockdown. These circumstances, which were forced upon you without warning, where you weren't able to complete your clinical or professional practice, you weren't able to meet up with your colleagues and your tutors. Initially, you didn't even know what would happen. Assessments changed. You probably didn't know what the employment landscape would look like when you'd completed your course. But you all kept going. You persevered and you triumphed. If you have never been able to take pride in the things you've accomplished before, then surely you must now be able to do so. I'd like to reflect for a moment on what graduation means. Now, going back to basics, the word derives from the Latin term gradus, meaning step. And indeed, graduation is a step, marking a transition from undergraduate student to graduate, and all that entails. For most of you, it marks the step into a new or developing career as a healthcare professional, working as advanced practitioners in nursing and midwifery, in social care, in roles as public health practitioners, operating department practitioners, surgical care practitioners, osteopaths, and as educators, and perhaps as researchers. But it is so much more than that. The last 2, 3, 4, or even 5 years have brought new knowledge, understanding, and skills for you. But they would also have brought wider personal development and understanding of yourselves. things which I hope will sustain you all as you progress into the next steps of your life. Your time as an ARU student will have also brought you new friendships. You will have met and engaged with people from all walks of life and from different parts of the world and different cultures, many of whom you would have never encountered but for your time studying at ARU. These people are now your friends, and these precious friendships will last you a lifetime. We are incredibly proud of you, and we send you away with our very best wishes for a bright future in whatever you are doing now and whatever you choose to go on to do later on. We also thank you for what you have given us, your effort, your enthusiasm, your engagement, your laughing at our jokes, but also we have learned from you as well as you learning from us. I ask you to remember that you are members of the ARU family, our alumni, a large and very diverse community which stretches across the globe and exists to support each other and to proudly boast that you are graduates of Anglia Ruskin University. I began by saying that you are an extraordinary group of people, and indeed you are. You have completed your degrees in the midst of a global pandemic, coping with dramatically changed circumstances, modes of teaching delivery, modes of assessments, many of you coping with uncertainty about jobs, health, and finances. Yet you are here today to receive your degrees. You have triumphed over these circumstances. Go now out into the world and continue to be extraordinary. Thank you.
Maria Fitzgerald, thank you. We now continue with the presentation of those receiving awards today, and I call upon Professor Nigel Harrison to return to the podium to continue the presentation to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of the graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. Professor Nigel Harrison.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to continue the presentation of graduands from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate, Learning and Teaching, Higher Education, Bidiam Bayruk Ashega. Nurudeen Oludunjoy Awo Ijo. Kim Sharon Dowd. Benjamin Robert Parkinson. Michael Robert Spalding. For the award of Master of Arts, Special Educational Needs and Disability, Danielle Bagetto. Atika Barisic. Linda Ajiwa Bosompen. Honorine Bo Hue. Karen Ruth Clark. Joe Corney. Charlotte Kathleen Davis. Camilla Jameldine. Lindsay McLean. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Applied Nutritional Sciences, Anna Paula da Conceição Damand. Zara Baki Hussein Kapasi. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Nutrition, Caroline Moyo. For the award of Bachelor of Osteopathy with Honours, Lauren Davis. Hannah Sample. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Pharmaceutical Science, Daniel Adam Elvis. Nayusha Ansari Fard. Simran Kau Grewal. Megan Johnson. Montet Quant. Benita Patel. Stephanie Rajasu Ria. Samantha Louise Saward. For the award of Master of Osteopathy, Nicola Joy. Jenny Polini. Pepper Stewart. Isabel Tompkins. Hannah Vassallo. Natasha Zuka. For the award of Master of Science, Pharmaceutical Science, Aisha Kaya. Kemi Alu Matho. Iboro Amakop Orog. Chloe da Silva Sabati Ao. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present those who have been awarded higher research degrees. For the award of Doctor of Education with a thesis entitled, If at first you don't succeed, try, try, try again. The case of GCSE research students, teachers and policymakers in 2016 to 2017. Joanne Michelle Boza Anjaman. For the award of Professional Doctorate with a thesis entitled The Carryover Effects of Aquatic Physiotherapy for People with Multiple Sclerosis, Krishna Kaishore Karipati. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled How Do Hospice Nurses Prepare to Care? A Grounded Theory Study, Sue Griffith. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Promoting Education for Sustainable Development in the Early Years, an Action Research Project, Opiyemi Aniola Osidaya. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes the list of graduands for me to present to you today.
Professor Nigel Harrison, thank you. Many congratulations to you all. In addition to your success, there are many fellow graduands with whom you studied but who are not attending today's ceremony for a variety of reasons. In their absence, please would you join me in acknowledging their success. We are now nearing the end of the ceremony, but first I would like to ask Hannah Vassallo, one of our wonderful new graduates, to come to the podium to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of those receiving awards today. Hannah.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates. It is my pleasure to offer the vote of thanks today from myself and on behalf of all the students graduating at this ceremony. The circumstances over the last 18 months have been extremely challenging. The fact that we have all come through our courses fully qualified and raring to go is a testimony to all involved in adapting, organising, supporting, advising and encouraging everyone to continue the pursuit of higher education, pushing through adversity to achieve our goals and qualifying within our chosen fields. Firstly, an enormous thanks to all the senior staff who have provided learning environments for us all to discover and thrive, and who, over the last 18 months, have had to adjust and think quickly of ways to steer every student and staff member through a university life so far removed from anything known before. This thanks extends to the lecturers, whose tireless commitments to their subjects, whose willingness to share their expertise and experiences in order to enrich our learning have given us all such valuable tools as we move into professional life, informing much of what we know today. Thank you to all the Anglia Ruskin team working behind the scenes to help everything run smoothly and keep us informed of the larger university picture. A warm and heartfelt thanks to all of the guests who have come here to support us today. It's been a bit of a wait, but we're all so grateful to share this day with you. To all the family members who have supported and stood by patiently whilst we have buried ourselves in books, research, and latterly online lectures in the kitchen. Your encouragement and support is immeasurable. Thank you. Lastly, to fellow students, you've walked every step of the way through good times and tough times. You've held hands, dried tears, and here you stand on the precipice of your new careers, your new lives. How wonderful to be able to collectively acknowledge our achievements as graduates as we remember everything we have shared over the years of study together. We now face a myriad of different futures in which we will all take our own path. Thank you to everyone who made this possible for us. These are exciting times for us all.
Hannah, thank you and very well done. I now call for one final time on Deputy Vice-Chancellor Professor Yvonne Barnett to address the new graduates.
And now, will all of those who have been presented to me here on the stage please stand? As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, I hereby admit you to the degrees, diplomas, and awards for which you have been presented here today. As a member now of the community of scholars, take all that you have learned into society and uphold the values of freedom and thought and scholarship. Our warmest congratulations to you all.
Honoured guests, that brings us to the end of the ceremony, and I hereby declare proceedings closed. Can I please now ask you to stand for the academic procession?